Today I'm sharing my ideas journal. This is it. Made entirely from trash. I've used scraps, discarded bits, packaging, junk mail. So let me take you inside and show you how junk can become something inspiring. Okay, let's get started. You've seen the cover, which is an old copy of The Borrowers, and I haven't done anything. I didn't extend the spine, so it's just that's why it's ended up like this. If you don't want it to end up like that, make yourself a new spine. Didn't realise it was going to get like this. Okay, so the first idea is to put an envelope on your page and put a pocket on the front. Little space for a tag there and a big space for a tag behind. And inside, and this is another idea, is you can put 2 pages together to make a pocket. And in that pocket we have another idea, which is a folio. And this is simply made out of scrapbook paper. And it just, opens, flips, folds, all that sort of thing. I'm sure you've all made folios. If you haven't made a folio, then just Google it, YouTube it. There'll be loads. On this page, I've added a pocket onto here, just out of an old envelope. And I've used scraps to make a bookmark with a tassel on the top. I didn't make the tassel, I found the tassel. This is just an old flyer. It's actually from one of our camping trips. They give you a map of the site so you know where you're going. We know where we're going because we go to that one a lot. So on this bulky page, which is just a page coloured in watercolours, I've just painted watercolours on it just to brighten it up. Book page pocket, paper clip, fabric dangle, and here I've got one of these opening up hidey spots. It's not very secret, but and if you fold it the right way, which is something like this, it stays shut and it's really cute. So that's really cool, and all it is 4 circles. Oh, I'll put these back in afterwards. This page, this is just something that I thought I could use at some point. So I'll put it in here to keep it safe, but it's not. Another variation on that front pocket is a tag with fabric flips on. So you can take the fabric and use the fabric. And it's just a slit, and this is just paper. This isn't an envelope, so you can do it out of anything. Tag, and the pocket tuck spot is just a cluster. More junk mail from my bank, and lots of writing space in there. Haven't written on it. And to cover up my details, I've just glued a little notepad to it. An Edith Holden page obviously does not need decorating. Cat's face. So I've made these and I just thought they were so fun. They're like little coasters, but I've turned them into tags, and I think there's just writing space on the back. Made with scraps, obviously. And this is just out of an old Ladybird book, the picture. Fabric tabs. Don't forget you can use any sort of scrap fabric to make tabs. You can do tucks that go up. In this case, I've just put this in. Now, this is just to remind me that this is something I can do. Scrapbook paper inside one of those, packets that you get with all your supplies. And if you just put that in there, you can keep it for when you want to turn it into a shaker, or you could just put a picture in it, something like that. just to jog your memory on ideas. Book page ideas, obviously I've left them pinned in so that I can remember how I did them, because you know, you look at them and you go, how did I do it? But if I open it up, I've got, that's how I made it. Fold in the four corners, fold it in half and fold this one up. So it'll remind me. That's why I don't glue them down. Another idea there. This is off my friend Wanda. She sent me this ages ago, this little envelope. And it's a little writing space, but she's popped it together with jigsaw pieces. And there's a little note inside to me. And you just fold it shut. And the jigsaw pieces keep it nice and safe. If you've got a book page that's too long, obviously, just fold it up. And you can keep your whole page. Just a label and a cluster. I bought some new PJs last time I went to Australia, so I've popped that in there. You're not seeing what size they were, but that's the price. Cluster on the side of the page. One of my tissue paper envelopes. This is not a grungy one. This is just made out of just your ordinary basic tissue paper, and I've covered paper with tissue, and I've just embellished it with a sticker. And this is a flip up notepad with a fabric cover, so that goes in there. Just reminds you things you can do. Leave pages for writing. Little tag here. Little flip. This one is another book page pocket. I love book page pockets. And a cluster made up of scraps of fabric. You can do it with scraps of paper if you don't have fabric. Another one of my tissue envelopes. This one was with the dressmaker's tissue. And I just made it into one of them policy ones where, you know, you wrap it round. Another book page pocket here with a tag in and a cluster on. You've all done these ones. I'm presuming you just fold a piece of paper into a triangle and stick it in the corner. You can have it opening up and put plain paper in there for writing or not. This is a stitched tag, and this one I think this was a masterboard, and I've just cut it up and stuck a cluster on, stitch around the edge in no particular order. Very self-explanatory, really. Cluster here, just because I like it, and it's not going to go in any of my grungy journals. And just a picture that I like. Hooray, the toast is stuck. Danger, here I come. I just love it. In this little pocket, obviously there's a little cluster, and I've done this one with a little, whatever them are called, pin. And it's just movable for some fun. This is one of the, you know, the little the very old photo pieces that you used to get your slides in, and these actually open so you can put, you know, your other things in. I've shown you those. And just to remind yourself that if you've done some watercolouring, you don't like it, don't throw it away. The paper will make an awesome tag. So I've just left it like that because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, and just popped it in there to remind me. Don't forget your old birthday cards. They can be used as pages in your journal. And this one I've just decorated up with another book page pocket. This was just a tag that I covered in map pages, and I did like a little route. I stitched it on. This side is a belly band with a notebook tucked in, and just scraps of paper. and that's on the back of an old jelly print. And I just put a stamp and one of my tea cards, and I've put a thing at the bottom so it can't fall out. This little cool page is something I really must do in my journal more, is a little opening up. Of course there's a cat in there. What did you think was going to be in there? Obviously it needs more decorating, but I just put in ideas. You don't need to finish them. You can just put them in and it will just jog your memory, and you can then take it forward. Obviously, you know, these sort of pockets out of book pages, out of a book on flowers, and the tags and card, blip, blip, blip. And the cards you can also use as ephemera, because you can just back them and pop them in the pocket. She says, in you go. More of my tea cards that I have laminated and put some curly wool on, just for a bookmark. Just a fun page. Another page idea here. You can get scraps of fabric in a colour or coordinating colours and put them all on the page. Just decorate one page up. Don't forget to flip your pages occasionally during your journal making. Always make something more interactive. So this one I've done with just paper that I've punched. But you can do it with fabric or anything. Washi tape. Magazines you can use for pockets. This one I've just cut with my pinking shears, the ones that I don't use for fabric because I can hardly move them. And this tag is basically just card, napkin, stamping, and a picture on the top with a bit of words. With a bit of words, cultivate kindness. So all of these things in here, you do not need to go and buy stuff. You can do this without spending any money, just using what you've got already. So don't forget that. Don't go out and buy, oh, I need that picture. So I like that picture. I don't know why. It's just out of a book and I've just put it in here. Clusters, just made out of paper and scraps and an old postage stamp. This I just liked. It's from the library, about reading, and I just put it in. Book pages, again, big journaling cards you can make out of those, and you can make pages in your journal out of book pages. Another cluster. I like clusters. Another idea for magazines is you can just use them to make envelopes. Fold them up, turn them into envelopes, and put whatever you like in, decorate them up. Just ideas to inspire you to get going. And you can come back and look at this whenever you like. In fact, save the video and then you don't need to go hunting for it. It'll be there in your saved videos and you can go back and go, oh, I remember Carol had that one. That's what I do. This one is one of my very chunky clothes tags. And as you can see, it's really tough. It's like one of the outdoor ones. And they just tend to be thicker than clothes. And I've just put a picture and some fabric on, backed it with music page. And this is some, what do you call that? Embossed and inked paper and a little bit of a notepad. So that just goes over the top, or it could go into one of the tucks. It could go into a pocket. You could put it into an envelope. You know, the choice is yours. Grungy cluster, anybody? Just scraps sewn down. Don't need to sew it. You can glue it, but I do like the sewing. No, a blank page. Don't look. no, I must put something on it. No, I can't fit any more. Another pocket made out of, looks like some old scrapbook paper. And a cluster made out of more scraps. Pockets made out from either scrapbook paper, scraps. This is ideal for, you know, when you've got your 12 by 12 and you cut that strip off. Make some of these. They're the perfect size. And this one I just cut out of a magazine, as you can see. And then I'll cut out the words, be inspired, and put them on as well. All lovely free ideas. Okay, so this is one I've used my gelatos on, and I've just got some paper. Oh no, it's not. It's not a paper. I tell a fib. It's actually the end of an envelope, as you can see there, and I've coloured it with my gelatos and stamped on top. Stenciled on top. This is one of my envelopes made from music paper with tissue and then stamping. Make your own ephemera. That's what I'm saying. Don't need to buy it. Make it. This really colourful tab is from Embossed gel print paper. And this is just for fun. Cupcake pocket cut out of like the front page of one of the magazines, you know, the really tough ones. And this is an advert that was on in a magazine, and I've just put it on the back of this old postcard and put the words on as well, but I've just sort of ripped them all up and collaged them on. I just liked it. That was one signature, guys. How many ideas do you reckon there's in there? I'm going to count them, I think, in a minute. So you've got collage, of course, is a brilliant way to decorate your pages. This is a die cut. These are just from magazines. I've cut them out with my whatever cutters I've got. Fabric scraps down the edge of pages for decoration. And flowers made up of just scraps. Oh, I haven't finished these, but the idea is there. You've got like a combination of flip out envelopes, if you've got some little mini envelopes, because you don't want to hide the picture. And you can just put whatever you like in there, little tags. That's just an idea. You can take that further. This is the end of an envelope, again, and I've covered it in book page, decorated it up, and I've just tucked little scrappy notepad in. So, very cool little pocket, that one. This is, oh, I've got 3 things in here. So, obviously, this is another book page that I've just folded up the bottom to make a pocket. You can use old papers. This is come from maybe some sort of notepad. Can't remember. But it's always just tuck in a pocket for writing space. Another little flip up. This is a mini little writing pad. It doesn't like going in there. It's going to have its fabric over the top. I've done a video on how I made these. Really cool. Layered them up. Just stapled them on. Just for a bit of, you know, difference. And then I've covered the back with a very thick piece of card. I like those. Might make some more. You've probably seen a video on these, my fabric frames. Those are quite addictive. So I'll leave the link to as many videos as I can that I've shown you in the description box. So if you want to go and have a look, they'll be down there. And this is just one of the film slides that I've decorated up. I had a bunch of them. I found them at the car boot. Completely not writable or anything, but such a lovely crinkly feeling in your journal is to just add some vellum or tracing paper, and it just gives that lovely little, oh, what's the next page? And this is actually out of a book as well, and I found these stickers that were just left over on a sticker sheet, and I thought, well, what am I keeping the sticker sheet for? So I've just stuck them into here. Oh, there we are. It's out of a book. Obviously pockets from your tea bags, and this one is just out of a magazine, new book page, and onto a piece of something scrappy and tucked in. Oh, we did this page. I actually did some journaling in this. My little Millie. And I did a big weird and wonderful tag. I'm going to do some more of that. Let me know if you want me to do some more sort of journal with me things, because that was quite fun. This page I just stuck on these because I liked them, out of a book that my brother gave me. Another card, another book page, pocket. This is an envelope which I've just embossed and gone over. Just things to remind me. Envelope pocket that had my passport in, because, you know, it's not every day you get a new passport. I've used some just scraps of paper to make a large notebook and just decorated the front. And this is a little one of these fold out. Oops, that's the next page. I don't want to undo this because I don't remember how this went together. I think I got this in Happy Mail. So I'm just going to put it back on and I'm going to stick that on. I don't know how to make them, which is why I won't undo it. But I'm sure there's some clever people who can tell me. So it also makes a pocket at the back. And in here I have an envelope. And inside the envelope, when she can get it out, is another idea. And this is some playing cards that I had. And I've just turned them into a flip. And you can leave one side for writing. You can decorate all the other sides. You can flip them the other way as well. You can do I've just put them together with a bit of fabric and then gone up to the edges with the paper so you can't see it. But you can flip them the other way. So if you want me to do a video on those, making those, just let me know in the comments. We're nearly there. Oh, what a marathon. There's just so much in here. Big grungy cluster on some packaging. More packaging that I can't get rid of because I know I'm going to use it somewhere one day. And I just love that. He's trying to get her down. I've just found this in my stash. It's obviously cut out of a magazine. And I'm just keeping it ready for that time, you know, when you're going to need it. This is the other side of the vellum page. And I did do these in my video last week, so I'm not going to go over them. Is the magazine pages, what you can do with magazines. This is just some tissue paper on top of some scrapbook paper that I've glued onto there. I'll put that back on. So this is basically just a book page, probably 2 book pages glued together, and an image on the front, cluster, and just some writing at the top. And you can either use it as a tuck spot, or you can put it in the middle as a belly band. So, and it sort of tucks out, you know, comes out a bit. So it sort of gives your book a bit of a, you know, a cool look. Yep, the book page fold up. Another one of these, because I made loads of these. If you've got little card bits that you've cut out. I think that was from a calendar of some kind. You know, they have all the little ones on the back. And I've just sewn it onto a piece of fabric, and it can become some sort of cluster. Don't forget you can use old cards from children's games or adult games. Be careful with the adult games. And you can either put them in as ephemera, or you can cover them and, you know, use them as a writing space. Grungy cluster. That's basically a book page with some coffee dyed doily, which opens up to have writing space. And behind it is a secret writing space journaling card. First of all, you can journal, and then you can just pull that out and you've got more journaling space, but it's a very secret. I can't remember where I saw that, but I remember making that and thinking, why did I do it in black and white? So it's in here as a reminder not to do that again. Use your book page pockets as corners. You don't need to cut them in a triangle. You can just rip them around and make a nice edge. And it looks really nice if you pair like nature ones with nature ones. So this is like a little flip up. So you could put some more writing space in here. You could put like a little booklet. I haven't, but that's something you can expand on. So belly band on the front with one of my little tags that is just music paper covered with tissue. And a little paper clip with tassel thing on the top, whatever it's called, you know, one of them. And I believe that is almost it. I've got one more thing in this pocket at the back because I've got another big pocket. And this is the circle thing, so you can see probably better. Oh, except I've covered it all up. So I'll put this picture in of the White Cliffs of Dover, I believe. And it's 4 circles, and you just fold them all up like this and tuck that last one in. Like that. I like them, they're super cute. I must do some more of those as well. Every time I look at this, I think, oh, I must make some more ideas. I need a new ideas book now. I will be starting one. Do we want to do it together, guys? Do we want to dip in and out of making this ideas book? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Your thoughts, please. That'd be very cool. That's it. We've finally got through it. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If it's given you any ideas or inspiration and you feel it was worth a cup of coffee, pop over to my coffee shop and support my channel. That would be wonderful and I really appreciate it. I will see you next week. We will be, I think, just playing in one of my journals, maybe the mermaid journal, and just adding some bits and pieces. So please join me next week and have a lovely week. Bye for now.